Okay, good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to Pinsent Masons, to our auditorium here, and just to open up this conference, we're really pleased to be hosting it with CIOB, with Denise, Will Mann, who are both big friends of the firm, actually. So, and I just really, as part of my introduction, I just wanted to make a few very quick and simple points, if I can get to the slide. Yes, good. Statement by McKinsey, which grabbed my attention when I was reading their Digital Futures report, which was now published back in 2016. It chimed very much with a piece of work that we've been doing on joint ventures globally within the infrastructure sector. Most joint ventures, unfortunately, end up in failure in delivering major, complex infrastructure projects. So, 20% longer, 80% over budget. That's a frightening statistic, isn't it? The real point I wanted to make this morning was about construction productivity. This, I think, is the big issue, the biggest issue for the sector going forward. Our calculations, if you add up the government's pipeline for what it plans to build, both in terms of infrastructure and major buildings going forward, and if you compare that with the capacity of the industry to deliver, our calculation is that there's $250 billion gap over the next 10 to 15 years. That's a massive gap that needs to be closed. That can't be closed by upping our game a little bit. We've got skills issues coming down the line in terms of our aging workforce. So it's only going to get worse. So the only way forward is to improve our productivity. But when you look at, on this chart, the industry's performance compared with the general economy and compared with manufacturing industries, you can see that our productivity has been stagnant over the years. So it is absolutely essential that the industry does step up and improve its productivity if it's going to deliver anything close to what the government wants to build. So technology is one of those answers. My other answer to that is actually off-site manufacturing, so the two things combined. But technology will make a huge difference to what we build, how we build it, and how we manage those assets in operation. I'm just going to show two very quick charts from a report that we published. It's available on the desk outside, called Infratech. It's about the fusion of technology with infrastructure. And we asked 300 senior executives across Europe about their views on the bringing together of technology with construction. You can see on this chart. The biggest change will actually be, over the next 3 years, will actually to be bringing those technology businesses in-house within construction organisations, which means acquisition. Another trend is JV partner, and this is partly why we've been looking at the future of JVs globally, because very much, whether it's infrastructure or buildings, those assets will be driven by technology, driven by data, and therefore partnering with technology, which is a challenge, but bringing and acquiring technology are the two biggest trends that we see going forward. The next slide is, again, very simple, but it shows that over the next 3 years, the asset classes that are going to be most disrupted by technology, it's not really surprising, is it, is transportation of one form or another. And, part of the business here is not only construction and infrastructure, but also we have a very big tech practice. So clients of ours are Google, IBM, Fujitsu, those kinds of clients, as well as traditional construction clients. And so therefore we know that those big tech businesses who are awash with trillions of cash are currently looking and investing in construction, hundreds of millions a year, to understand what is quite a complex industry. So those were the messages I wanted to leave you with, but just a little bit of housekeeping. We're not expecting any alarms today. If one does go off, then we run out of that door and we go down the road to Starbucks. and continue the conference there. This petition will probably come down because it's an automated petition, so if you get stuck in this half, you have to run out that door, follow Will. The toilets and facilities are out behind where you came in, but that's all I really wanted to say, and I'm going to hand over to Denise now, who'll explain the programme.
Okay.
Thank you.